He was never supposed to debut, not because he wasn't talented, not because he didn't work hard enough, because nobody outside that building even knew he existed. While the other 6 members were filming content, posting online, building a fan base before BTS even released a single song, he was sitting inside Big Hit Entertainment. Hidden, silent, watching his future bandmates become known while he stayed invisible. For months, he went to bed every night not knowing if he would be cut before the world ever got to see him. Then June 13th, 2013 arrived, and Kim Taehyung walked out onto a stage for the first time. Within a year, he was the most searched person on the internet in South Korea. Within 5 years, he was on the cover of every major magazine in Asia. Within 10 years, he had launched a global art exhibition across 6 cities, broken solo album records, and walked out of an elite military unit decorated for bravery. All of it, every single thing, started with a secret. This is the life of Kim Taehyung. Chapter 1. The quiet town that made him. He was not born in Seoul. He was not born near the industry, the cameras, or the noise. He grew up in Gyeochang, a small town in South Gyeongsang Province, rice fields, open skies, a grandmother who helped raise him while his parents worked, the kind of place where nothing happens fast and everything runs deep. His grandfather gave him his name, Taehyung. In Korean, it means all wishes will come true. His father bought him a saxophone in middle school, not because he had dreams of his son being famous, just because the boy loved sound and the father loved his son. Taehyung practiced every day. He tried violin, trumpet, anything with music in it. He wasn't preparing for an industry. He was just a boy in a quiet town, filling the silence with whatever he could reach. That silence never fully left him. It lives in every song he has ever made. Chapter 2. The audition he almost didn't take, 2011. Daegu, a big hit entertainment audition. His friend wanted to go. Taehyung came along for the ride. No preparation, no plan. Just a 15-year-old boy with nothing to lose and nowhere else to be. A staff member spotted him in the hallway and asked if he wanted to try. He said, sure. He walked in. He performed. And when the day ended, he was the only person from Daegu selected. Not the prepared kid, not the one who had been training for years, the one who came to watch. He moved to Seoul, became a trainee, and then the company made a decision that would quietly eat at him for months. They hid him completely. The other future BTS members, RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, Jungkook, were appearing in pre-debut content, building faces, building names, building an audience. Taehyung watched from inside the building, unseen, unknown, wondering in the quiet hours of the night whether he would be cut before anyone ever got to see what he could do. He was the most visible member nobody had ever seen. Chapter 3. The Voice That Changed Everything. June 13th, 2013. BTS debuts. The industry finally hears him. K-pop is built on bright, clean, high tenor voices, sharp, polished, predictable. Kim Taehyung opens his mouth and a deep, smoky baritone comes out. The camera finds him and doesn't let go. There is something about his face that confuses photographers. They cannot find a bad angle. They cannot find a dull moment. He is not performing for the lens. He simply exists in front of it. His stage name is V. He chose it himself. V for victory. He had never competed for a single thing in his life. He just won everything. Chapter 4. The Secret World Nobody Knew About. While BTS is grinding through schedules, Taehyung is doing something nobody around him fully understands. He is not studying the current charts, not researching what is trending, not trying to figure out what the industry wants from him next. He is going backwards. He discovers Chet Baker, an American jazz trumpeter who died in 1988. He listens to him obsessively, then Frank Sinatra, then Elvis, artists from eras he was not alive to witness. He starts watching old films the way other people watch the news. He walks into art galleries not as a celebrity getting photographed, but as someone who genuinely cannot stay away. Then he picks up a camera. not a phone camera, a real one. And he does not treat it like a hobby. He treats it like a second language he is determined to become fluent in. He studies a Croatian photographer named Ante Badzim and absorbs his entire body of work. He builds a visual style so personal and specific that he gives it a separate name. Vante, half V, half Badzim, a version of himself that exists entirely outside the BTS machine. The industry sees a K-pop idol. Inside, he is building a painter, a photographer, a filmmaker, and a jazz obsessive, all at the same time. In 2019, he writes a song alone in his studio, composes it himself, photographs the cover himself, releases it on SoundCloud at midnight with zero announcement. No label strategy, no press release, no performance, just the song. It is called Scenery. Within 2 weeks, it crosses 100 million streams on SoundCloud, a platform most people his age have never touched. He made it alone, released it alone, and the world found it anyway. That is the moment you understand what Kim Taehyung actually is beneath the stage and the schedule. An artist who cannot stop making things even when nobody is watching. Chapter 5. The one person who never left. In a group of 7, it is rare to find a friendship that stands entirely apart from the rest. Taehyung and Jimin have that. They are the 95 line, both born in 1995, just months apart. Jimin is precise, disciplined, emotional on the surface. Taehyung is unpredictable, interior, emotional in ways that don't always have words. They should not make sense together. They are inseparable. Their friendship even has its own song, Friends, written by both of them, built from real stories, real arguments, including a falling out over dumplings that grew so serious they barely spoke for 2 weeks. It took a late-night conversation to finally break it open. They turned that story into a lyric. Jimin called Taehyung my alien in the song, not as an insult, as a claim. Taehyung once said, "Let's go for a long time. I only have you." In 2024, Jimin mentioned on his travel show that he and Taehyung video call a few times a month, and every single time one of them says, "Hey, let's meet up." They never do. Their schedules swallow everything. Fans found that heartbreaking and hilarious at the same time, because it is both. He had built a secret world nobody knew about, found the one person who would never leave, and then 2020 arrived. The stadiums went dark, the schedules stopped, the silence came, and it brought something with it that no amount of fame, no number of records, and no friendship could protect him from. In part 2, what that year actually cost him, the album he almost didn't make, the dog that kept him human, and the soldier nobody saw coming.